Hello everybody and welcome back to the Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. On the last episode we finished the orienteering exercise and then I saved, and now we'll be continuing with our story. Alright. Time to get going.
Oh, Rean!
Morning, Elliot.
Good morning. Are you heading to school now too? How about we walk there together?
School on a Saturday. Sure. It's getting late though, so we might need to pick up the pace a little.
No problem. I'm guessing everyone else left already, huh?
I think so. I'm not sensing anyone else, on this floor at least. Geist in particular is probably long gone by now, being the early riser he is.
Oh, okay then. He's not sensing anyone? What does that mean exactly?
I think it means exactly what he said.
Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning.
Morning! Are you two on your way to school?
Yeah. Come on, Emma. We're going to be late. Hey, wait for me, Elisa. We'll see you in class.
I never would have guessed she'd hold a grudge this long. She knows it was just an accident, right? She has to. Can't believe she'd be so sensitive.
No kidding. She's not even giving me a chance to apologize to her.
Well, as long as you keep trying, I'm sure she'll understand. Eventually.
Punch
Class
to the neck
7's
makes
got
anybody
enough
understand
attention as it
quickly.
is, with our two, prideful warriors at each other's throats. So I think it would be a load off everyone's mind if you and Elisa could make up at least.
I'll certainly do what I can, whatever that may be. These past 2 weeks have really flown by, haven't they? It's funny, I went into this thinking combat practice would be the toughest part of the curriculum. Never would have guessed the academic side of things might give it a run for its money. Well, strong in body and mind is pretty firmly embedded into Imperial culture. I do get what you mean though. I figured I'd be able to coast through this year, but I've had to very quickly reevaluate that. You too, huh? I wish I were as smart as Marcus or Emma. They don't seem to be having any problems at all. But then, Emma got the top score on the entrance exam, and I'll bet you anything Marcus wasn't far behind. I'm sure. Julius and Alyssa are apparently doing really well too, as are Laura and Gaius. Really? Guess I'm just going to have to suck it up then. Though I really do hope they don't mind. Huh? I'm not sure I follow. Oh, sorry. You got me thinking about, Julius and Laura. I don't know. I've been talking to them the same way I talk to everyone else, but they're both nobles, right? And Juice's family rules over the whole east side of the empire, so it kind of feels like I should address them more formally. Well, they both said it was okay, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Though you probably shouldn't go picking fights with Juices every chance you get, like a certain someone else. Oh, I don't plan on it. I'd hope they'd get along a bit better over time, but if anything, things seem to be spiraling downhill fast on that end. When the two of them are in the same room, there's just this constant tension in the air. It's not all Machias either. Juices seems to enjoy provoking him at every opportunity. I can't even imagine what it would take to make them see eye to eye at this point. Yeah, I wish there were something we could do to help them get along.
And that's where we'd be if we weren't in Class 7. Dormitory number 2, for all the common folk like us.
Yeah, I guess so, huh? They say that a lot. I'm still kind of shocked that Class 7 gets to have its own dormitory. Though to be fair, I think that building was abandoned till this year. Seems like they renovated it just for us.
Well, they did a good job. It's got a nice feel to it. I just wish it were a little closer to the academy.
Hey, you're in our way. Step aside at once. Class 7, I see.
Is something the matter?
You're just a ragtag bunch of nobodies, aren't you? Come on, we're leaving.
Yes, Patrick. A word of advice. You might be part of a special class, but that doesn't change who you are. Never forget your place. I want to take them down like all the notches.
So they're from one of the upper classes. This is why I hate talking to them.
Unfortunately, that attitude is all too common among the nobles. Thank goodness Laura and Juices aren't like that.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad. That's the infamous dormitory number 1, where all the nobility lives. It's supposed to be super fancy inside, with maids and butlers and everything.
But don't they have multiple dormitories? I think the nobles had like 2, I think. And the regular ones had 3 or something. Wow, really? Guess that's our cue to pick up the
Yeah,
pace.
sorry. Oh, hey, have you picked out a club to join yet? Doesn't sound like you have to or anything, but it's probably a good way to meet people.
No, I'm still looking. It's hard to decide on one.
Stand, bow. Be seated.
As I'm sure you're all well aware, the Erebonian Empire was driven to the brink of collapse roughly 250 years ago. This was brought about by the conflict we know as the War of the Lions. A civil war lasting several years, staged over the throne of the late emperor by the most powerful of his potential successors. But of course, I'm not here to tell you that. If I were, I think even young children would be able to pass this course. Rather, I'd like to discuss the effects this had on the Empire as members of the aristocracy were drawn into the war. Many hired mercenaries turned to looting and pillaging, and a similar trend could even be seen among some of the knights. The land was left utterly devastated, and morale was at an all-time low. But then, lo and behold, into this nightmare stepped a man willing to take a stand against this bloody war of succession. He was a wandering prince who began to rally forces from the outskirts of the empire, and would go on to make quite a name for himself. And that name, of course, was Dreikels Rhysei Arnor. He would later become known as Dreikels the Lionheart, the 73rd Emperor of Erebonia and father of the Renaissance. Not to mention the founder of this very academy. Dreikels' army was initially rather small in number, but as he traveled across the empire, winning over the hearts of influential sympathizers, his forces rapidly increased. Now, the place where Emperor Dreikels first began gathering his army was... Reen Schwarzer, would you care to tell the class?
The place where Dreikels first started to gather his army was the... Oh, come on. Was I supposed to be paying attention to that completely? Because I don't know. It's wrong. Prince Dreikels' wanderings led him to the land of Nord, where he lived with the vagabonds for some time. It was there that he heard of the Civil War taking place in Erebonia, and those vagabonds of Nord became his very first allies. Academic points. By making good decisions, acting appropriately, and completing quests, you will gain AP academic points. When you've accumulated enough AP, your rank will rise the next time you report a quest. There are 15 ranks, ranging from B to... is that AD? And every time your rank increases, you will receive a perk from the academy. Oh, great. Thanks to Alicia's assistance, Reen received the same amount of AP that would have been granted for a correct answer. In future instances, however, AP bonuses will not be given if correct answers are given from... If AP bonuses will only be given if correct answers are given from the start. Yeah, how are you supposed to know those answers exactly?
Nice work, everyone. You made it through another grueling day of classes. In case you've been living under a rock, please don't forget that tomorrow is your first free day. It's not technically a day off, but there are no classes, so it's up to you what to do with your time. Why, you could go shopping in the capital if you wanted to. Or just do what I do and sleep all day. Sleep is so wonderful.
Will the Academy's facilities still be open for our use?
Yes, I'd like to be able to use the free study area in the library myself.
Of course! This school shuts down for no one, so feel free to patronize any and all facilities as you like. A lot of clubs have meets scheduled for these free days as well, so anyone who's joined one should probably check on that.
I see.
I'll be certain to do so.
Also, before you leave, we should go over what's happening next week. On Wednesday, you all have your practical exam.
A practical exam?
What does that entail exactly?
It's part of your combat training. You'll be graded on your performance, so make sure you're well rested and ready for battle by then. Might be a good idea to do some training on your own time too, just to keep from getting rusty.
Interesting.
I definitely don't like the sound of that.
Oh, and one more thing. After the practical exam is over, I've got another important announcement about a major part of Class 7's curriculum that I haven't mentioned at all yet.
What?
Here it comes.
So, whatever you choose to do on your free day, make it count for something. That concludes today's homeroom. Machias, if you'll do the honors.
Yes, instructor. All rise. Bow.
Do I get to choose what he does on his free day? On his free day? Because, honestly, I'd rather train. I'm a little worried about that practical exam next week. And without these guys. I mean, I'm still just getting used to this staff. I'd be happy to help you train if you need a smart partner. The gymnasium looks big enough that I'm sure we'll have no trouble finding a good spot for it. That's very kind of you to offer. But I was planning on attending club practice today. Oh, you joined a club already. Which one did you pick? I decided to try for the band. Though I'm not sure how much use they'll have for a violinist. I didn't know you played the violin. Did you just pick it up for fun? Yeah, something like that. How about you guys? Have you joined any of the school's clubs? I'm considering joining the art club. Art, huh? Somehow that's not what I picked for you. No pun intended. Do you have any artistic expertise? Experience? Oops. I dabbled in it back home. Taught myself though, so I feel like this could be a good chance to learn proper technique. Wow, that's pretty cool. I'd love to see some of your work sometime. Oh good, you're still here. Instructor? Is there a problem? No, I was just hoping someone could do a teensy little favor for me. I get the feeling it's not gonna be teensy. There's something I need picked up from the student council room. Something you need picked up? What would that be? That's for me to know, and you to find out. All I'll say is, it's something absolutely essential to your school life, and someone needs to go get it, though it doesn't matter who. Any volunteers? Sure, I'll go. If I show up in the student council room and tell them you sent me, they'll know why I'm there, right? Wait, are you sure you don't mind? You have clubs to go to, right? I'm still totally undecided, so this shouldn't be too big. This shouldn't be a big deal at all. I can look in on a few clubs myself along the way, in fact. Well, if you really don't mind. Thank you. Student council room is in the student union building next door, at the end of the hall on the second floor. It's open until quite late, so there's no rush. Thank you, my dear. I leave everything in your capable hands. Okay. I completely forgot my instructions on where it is. Student council room on the second floor of the student union building. Okay. Huh. You can go up on the roof. Oh, what's in here? What are you doing up here, Fee? Being bored? That's not what I meant. Are you planning on joining any clubs? How about I help you look, too much work. She's a difficult one. She's a lazy one, that's what it is. Can I go down some stairs? There we go. Second floor east. I think I went east. I'm not really sure. Wait, that. Okay, this is the second floor. Great. I don't know where it is. Okay, that's the music room. It would have to have signs. Cooking. Art. Computer room. Class 1. Class 2. Class 3. Class 4. And class 5. So that's class 7. Yeah, I'm lost. Didn't you say the second floor? What's this guy doing here? New student, huh? Well, I'm the janitor, and here's my room. I just don't remember. Hello there, welcome to the infirmary. I don't really care what these guys have to say. I'm just trying to figure out where. I'm probably gonna have to go back up to the classroom now because I don't remember. And that's the courtyard. More doors than just the main building and all these classrooms. Is it east of the main building? Auditorium. Although this building is normally closed, it will be open during certain events. Field is home to more athletic activities such as practice exams, many sports clubs, and such as lacrosse and riding club. Use this area of practice too. Oh boy, I'm yawning. The gymnasium is used for general training purposes. There you'll find the pool and the training hall. Those two faculties are managed by the swimming and fencing clubs respectively. Such as the gyms usually a lively spot. The engineering building is the facto place for ornament maintenance and is managed by the engineering club. While you can't enter for now, you'll find yourself here again and again during your first time at Thor's. The library holds a variety of papers and books for your pursuit and serves as a handy space for study and research. You can also go there and brush up on all the Zimmer terminology you can handle. Student and Student Union Building is the place for students to relax and unite. First floor houses, some stores, and cafeterias. You'll find the Culture Club on the second floor, even a salon reserved for upper class students on the third floor. Occasionally you will see event markers displayed on characters and places. These show that an event will take place there. Key event required to advance the story is the red exclamation mark, and the green exclamation mark is quest event, related to a quest that isn't mandatory. I don't do those often. Side quest button thing. Now where is that Union Building? Good thing I can dash. Huh. Got some of our students, classmates. Let's turn this way. Okay, which is the main? Look on my way. Okay, where was the main campus again? What's this? Let's go this way. Ow. It would really help to have a sign. Okay, I can't read these. They're really, really tiny letters. Well, at least I can see the symbol enough. I know it's over here. I can see the little tiny red exclamation mark on the map. This should be the Student Union Building. I know the cafeteria is on the first floor, but I wonder where the student council
Hey
is.
there, first year. How's it going? Academy life been treating you well this past half month?
Oh, yeah, it has. Guess he must be a second year. It's not easy, but I'm managing, mostly. Though I have a feeling it's only going to get harder from here on out.
Of course it will. Your class is going to be more intense than the others too. But you just hang in there, okay?
Okay. Wait, you're a second year student, aren't you? Do you mind if I ask your name?
Hey now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. First things first, how about you let me show you this cool trick I've been practicing?
Trick?
You got a 50 mirror coin I can borrow?
I think so. Pretty sure I do anyway.
Cheers. All right, watch closely. Now, which hand is the coin in? Left or right?
I'm gonna just go for right.
Too bad.
I was going for right because I was looking at the screen and how I'm facing it. And so... Oh well.
You catch on quick. Keep up the good work. You're gonna need to be pretty tough to get through a year with Sarah as your instructor. Oh, and the student council room is on the second floor, furthest room back. See you around. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, you're not getting a coin back. I haven't met many of the second years yet. I wonder if they are all like that. Oh well, at least now I know where I'm going. Though if it really is open late, I guess there's no real rush. We'll see what else people are up to in here. I mean, I could, but I kind of just want to go on with the main. On the first floor of the Student Union building, you'll find both the cafeteria and the campus store. As you might expect, the cafeteria sells a number of different kinds of foods. Meanwhile, the store sells combat equipment like weapons and recovery items. This makes it the best place to stock up on supplies or buy new equipment on campus. Cool. But that is all the time we have for this episode of The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel. If you like this video, please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And I will see you all on the next episode.